Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instructions on completing the task at hand. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. In this video, I'm going to change a power steering pump on this vehicle because the pulley was wobbling. It had been replaced a couple of times, but when it started the car and looked and seen the pulley wobbling, I just thought that was not a good thing and probably setting it up for future disasters. So we're going to replace it. These are the tools and equipment you need to replace the power steering pump on these vehicles. Adjustable jaw wrench, or a 16 millimeter or 15 to get the line off of the bottom of the reservoir. You need deep and shallow 12 millimeters, 1/4 inch and 3/8, and a 13 millimeter for the 3/8. You need a 12 millimeter boxed in flat tip screwdriver, the 3/8 and the 1/4 inch wrench. You got the 7 millimeter for the hose clamp, short extension, a pair of pliers. Water bottles best for catching the fluid that come out of the bottom of the reservoir. I also had a short hose which fell inside the bottle, so you may not be able to see that there. And a little bit of transmission fluid, pair of pliers to break the hose loose from the pump, a pair of gloves, and some rags. You will also need whatever tool you use to pull and hold the serpentine belt tensioner so you can get that off. Next, I'm going to pull a coolant bottle up, unplug it, lay the coolant bottle on top of the motor. I'm not going to disconnect any coolant lines from the coolant bottle, just set it aside out of the way. Next, I'm going to pull this tube off the ECU box. Next, I'm going to pull the cover off of here. I normally stick a large screwdriver under the tabs on the side, pry them out, pull this cover off. Remove that top bracket support there. Long bolt, I believe it's a 12 on one end and a 13 millimeter on the other end. Took the block, pulled the serpentine belt loose, and pinned it with a Allen tool. Next thing I did was took that 7 millimeter clamp loose, slid the clamp down, broke the hose loose with pliers, worked the hose off, and I had a piece of hose in a bottle, and I caught the power steering fluid, which is transmission fluid, into that plastic bottle so it all wouldn't pour over the alternator, because you don't want that. Then I set a rag there to catch the drippings and remove the cap so it could drain down. Then I pulled the lower line loose here with this nut, slid that out of the pump, and caught the little bit of fluid that was dripping out of that with the rag as well. Then I used the 12 millimeter socket deep well, and I pulled the bolt out of there, down on the lower part of this side, and then I'm going to come to the back and pull that bolt from right there that holds that bracket on with that temp sensor. I had one more bolt up here right under the thermostat housing that I had to get, and then the whole power steering pump lifted off of the brackets. Another option, you could pull a lower bracket bolt from down below, and then the bolt out of the top of the alternator and pull the whole bracket like that. So either way it works. You choose which way you're going to remove it. Going back in with the pump, I aligned that bolt first. Then I started that one down there where the bracket is. And of course you don't tighten any of these bolts until you get them all started. Then I started this one up top here, got it started. Then I started the one below it. It's down there. Got it started. It turned in easy. Then I started this one here. And I start them all by hand. And if you want to get the nut, the bolt not to fall out of the socket, you could put a little piece of paper or rubber on them and then guide them in that way. So I got these three in, the other two on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and set this top one in to make sure that it's going to be the right length. This long one here with that spacer. Then I'll tighten those other ones up then I'll tighten this top one up. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put this top spacer bolt in here, tighten it up, then tighten the other 5. Okay, next we're going to hook up that drain line. It does have a little O-ring seal on the end that, fluid line. It plugs in there. Then we're going to hook up the hose on the other side and put the clamp on it there. Get that line in and tight. Don't over tighten it. Wipe it down so you can check for leaks on it. Get that hose on, clamp, snug, not too tight. You don't want to break the clamp. Next, you want to put your serpentine belt back on. Wipe off your pulley and stuff before you put the belt on if you got any oil on it. And then you want to fill up the reservoir and make sure you have that full. Then you want to put your lid back on your computer. Set your coolant bottle back in place. Now I'm going to install this air tube back on the ECU box. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.